Family, welcome. Actually, yes, I am on the right input, so I can really say this. Family, welcome to Queer News Live tonight. I'm your favorite queer radio personality, Anna DeShawn, and I'm glad you're here. Let's get started. Family, you already know you are tuned into Queer News Live, and I am your favorite queer radio personality, Anna DeShawn, and this is E3 Radio, your number one stop for queer news done right. Y'all already know the podcast. It drops every Monday morning by 9 a.m. Central Time, and I'm giving you 5 or 6 queer news stories you need to know about. The news is so much. It can be too much. And what you get with me is a good roundup of the stories you probably haven't even heard about. That's what we do: politics, culture, and entertainment at the intersections of race and sexuality. So, pod in every Monday. If you miss an episode, don't worry. You can catch up. Okay. Just binge while you ride, while you're doing your dishes, while you're working out. Okay. Tune in anywhere you listen to your podcast. Okay. Deal. And one day I woke up and decided to start doing YouTube live. Why? Because we need to reach people here too. Video is something that is a necessity these days. I get it. I'm down. I'm learning how to do this. We're getting better and better every single week. And I thank y'all so much for tuning in with me. Okay. Now, what's really dope is that Mondays we join here at 7 o'clock Chicago time. And then on Thursdays, we're here at 12 o'clock. So Monday nights, Thursday during your lunch break, join when you can. All right. And if you missed us live, please watch us on demand. Yeah, we're up on our YouTube channel. And it was really dope about that is that there's a lot of good content on our YouTube channel. If you haven't tapped in, we've got some wonderful series. Let me highlight right now in this moment our Shine a Light on It series, where I got to interview Black women who are living and thriving with HIV here in the city of Chicago. And their stories are so beautiful. And it wasn't just sit down interviews. I actually went to their favorite places and we did interviews there. Child, one of them we did line dancing, another one we were in the taco shop, another one we were actually in her home and just talking about who they are as human beings. And if you didn't know, Black women are leading in new HIV diagnoses. And so it's so important that Black women understand PrEP. Yes, that they understand to protect themselves and that HIV looks like us today. Give that some thought. So there's lots of content on our YouTube channel. I would love for y'all just to binge, okay? Just turn us on during your day. I think you'll really enjoy it. Also, if you're tapping in, tell us where you're tapping in from. I'm broadcasting live from the south side of Chicago. Um, what's going on? I'm looking at the comments right now. What up, Pride? Pride next month. Pride is next month. Very true. I don't know how we got to May. I don't know how we gonna almost be in June, but you tell no lies. Pride Month is absolutely coming up, and Chicago is going to be lit once again. And I'm excited about the Pride coverage we're going to be doing this year. I put it out there to the people, and we have decided that I'm going to cover lesbian-owned businesses this year. And from your comments and your DMs, we've got a database right now of 74 lesbian owned businesses in the Chicagoland area. That's wild. I don't know how many I thought it was, but 74 was not on my bingo card. And I don't think we're done yet because more people have been commenting about these businesses. So I'm excited about this Pride coverage we're going to do this year. And I don't know where it's going to take us or where it's going to lead us, but it's going to be a whole lot of good content and a lot of places that deserve our support. So I'm actually really looking forward to Pride and doing something different, especially with this list. It is going to be published. It'll be published on our newsletter landing page because we need more people subscribed to our newsletter that we drop every single week. So subscribe to the newsletter and you can get the list. And it's going to be a living, breathing database, an Excel worksheet that we're going to keep updated. And I think it's gonna be really, really dope, honestly. We're gonna organize it by neighborhood because I mean, it's Chicago. How can we not organize it by neighborhood? Okay. And we're gonna have industry and their websites and their IG handles, and I think it's gonna be actually really cool. So I'm looking forward to our Pride coverage. So tap in, make sure you got the notification bell and all that good stuff because we're gonna have a fun time uplifting the lesbians. Hey, in just a month, which is crazy. It's crazy to think that we're about to be in Pride Month again. But I'm here for it. I'm here for being gay. You know, finding my rainbows again. It's gonna be a good time. And so tonight, family, what's really, really great is about doing these YouTube lives is that we get to invite folks on who want to come on the Queer News podcast. Yes. And we get to talk with them live right here on Queer News Live. Mondays at 7, Thursdays at noon. I feel like I got to keep telling you because this is new, you know? So share this live with a friend so they know that we're here, okay? But in the mean and in between time, I want to welcome our guests, okay? Let me tell you something. These guests are fly. Okay. First time I talked to them last year, they were planning this really dope conference. We're going to talk about it called Queer Quest. And they sent these pictures in. And I said, I want to talk to these people. Okay. Because the style, okay, the photo shoot was on point. And when you start this way, you know everything else is going to be great. So I'm excited tonight to talk to Dr. Jess and Emily. What's happening, y'all?
Hello.
Hello. Welcome back to the podcast.
Yes, thanks for having us again. We love those photos. They really capture our essence. Just silly and fly.
Silly, fly, bright, vibrant. Come on, give me all the good adjectives. I mean, that is who you all are. And I love it when the imagery reflects who we are in the world. So
definitely. It was a lot of work to get there. Well, for me, it wasn't as much work for you, but she had to clean me up. So
I mean, we have to give the ladies the credit.
Right? You know Black woman glow up here.
Yeah.
Would I have ever worn that suit? Probably not. Do I love it? Absolutely 100%.
Yeah. I mean, this is our story, homie. This is our story. I only get compliments when my wife dresses me. This is like a fact. When I dress myself, I get absolutely zero compliments. Matter of fact, people walk by me, don't say anything. They just say hi. That's it. That's it. Okay. When she dresses me, they be like, "Oh, I like that. Oh, you look good." Okay. Okay.
I never get noticed as much as when she chooses an outfit for me. I went on a business retreat and people were literally asking me who was my stylist.
You better work, Dr. Jess. You better work. Yeah, I will say the benefits being married to my wife is that she is a stylist. It is a huge benefit. I have benefited greatly from that fact. Yep, indeed.
I mean, you have really good outfits. I see them on social. I'm like, yeah, that's good. Yep.
And I'm telling you right now, 90% of them I have nothing to do with. Absolutely nothing to do with. Even though my family, they do dress, okay, I have it in me, but I just really have like very little interest. So I'm just grateful, okay? And it is a trend. This is not a new thing. I'm like, the films keep us right, period.
Totally.
But I do want to do something. I do want to give y'all a proper intro, okay? Because I think it's worth giving y'all a proper intro and probably making you blush a little bit and make you a little uncomfortable because why not? Yes. All right, let's do it. Dr. Jess, as one of the few Afro-Latinx women with a Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering and Applied Physics, okay? And the reason I wanted to read the bio, because that's a lot. That's a lot that probably none of us can do, okay? Some of us are probably not that great at math. Some of us probably ain't that great at science, but Dr. Jess is Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering and Applied Physics from St. Mary's University, okay? And the second to graduate with a PhD in physics from Syracuse University, the second. Y'all, we in 2026. She is the second to graduate.
Really?
What's the cat's name?
Made an appearance. George.
What up, George? I love it. She brings a unique and personal perspective on the importance of equity, diversity, accessibility, and inclusion in STEM, right? So I'm so glad, Dr. Jess, you're with us again. And then Emily is a seasoned therapist, okay, and founder of Oinova Healing, which you both co-founded. We're going to talk about Oinova just a little bit, a private counseling practice that helps empower individuals on their self-discovery journeys. So y'all a powerhouse team.
Yes.
How long y'all been together?
16 years. We just celebrated
Our
16 years.
And our 9-year anniversary.
Okay, first off, I don't know if I've ever asked that. And second, 16 years? That's incredible. Okay, origin story.
So young, right?
Oh my gosh. Okay, origin story. How did you meet?
In college at a Catholic retreat.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. A Catholic retreat. Okay. So you went to St. Mary's too?
Yeah. Yep. We met in undergrad in San Antonio, Texas. And
been traveling the world together ever since.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love this. Okay, the Catholics bring the queers together.
Mm-hmm.
Is St. Mary's, is that an all girls situation? No. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Just a Catholic situation.
Yep.
Okay, because that would have taken it up another notch. You feel me? Like Catholic and all girls, like that would have just been the epitome of like
yeah,
every lesbian's dream right there. Okay.
Yep, at the uniforms, and there it is.
That's it. That's it. That's the whole story. The end. Okay. So together 16. Did you say married for 9?
Mm-hmm.
And y'all just celebrated anniversary?
We just celebrated our 9-year wedding anniversary.
Yep.
On April 24th. Yeah.
April 24th. Congratulations.
Yeah. I still can't believe it.
Still feels like yesterday.
Yeah.
All right. Give us some secrets. How are y'all staying happy over there?
Communication, I think, is the big one. And becoming business partners, there is a new, renewed sense of how important communication is and how it shifts from like how we talk as life partners and how we talk as business partners. So, yeah. And couples therapy.
Be real. And I will also add that, I mean, from our first date, we could not stop talking. And to this day, we cannot stop talking to each other. Yeah. I mean, we talk about everything. Shit. There's nothing off the table. And the way that we just jump on the bandwagon when one of us is going on some weird tangent, we're just like, okay, pull up the internet. Yeah. Oh, that's a good question. Let us look into that. The way that we just keep on talking. Mm-hmm. And I mean, people have told us, like, what do y'all talk about? It's like, I don't know. We find new things every day. Yep. And we are constantly laughing. And that is the truth. Like, we have our moments of friction, of course, every couple does. But at the end of the day, we're having a good time. I don't know.
Even sometimes when we're like pissy with each other, I'll say something like fart nugget or something. And that'll get this one laughing, and we're no longer fighting anymore.
Fight's over, like, or she'll call me like a silly name as an insult, and I will just think it is the funniest thing. Because I don't know, we try not to take life that seriously. Like, it's serious, but it is so not. There is enough going on in the world that we try to just have fun.
Yep.
It's a beautiful thing when you find your person. Okay.
Absolutely.
What you're saying to me is you found your person, because, child, there's a lot of people who I have absolutely nothing to say to anymore. You understand? And after 16 years, the fact that y'all can still just be talking about absolutely nothing, y'all was on the phone until you went to sleep. Okay. y'all were those people that the phone just started to beep. You're like, oh, snaps. We just like, okay, yeah.
With the square on your cheek, red hot because you fell asleep on the phone. Yeah, that was us in the beginning.
Yeah, that was y'all. That was y'all. And I love this for us. Okay. Yeah. Examples of queer love out here are needed more than ever, always. And I love this for us. Okay. That ain't what we came here to talk about. I'm just kidding. That's what I do. I'm just asking questions. But I think it does tie into a little bit about what we're going to talk about today, which is, I'm so happy when y'all reached out and y'all wanted to come on and give us an update about how things went with Queer Quest and what it meant to put on that event. So let's start. Let's start in the beginning. Can you tell the good people what Queer Quest is?
Yeah, so Queer Quest is our brainchild. It is an event, initiative, experience that lived at the intersection of queerness, of quantum physics, and of mental health, really focused on the BIPOC queer community. We really wanted to use quantum physics as a lens for liberation. When you look at the foundational physics of our universe, quantum, it gets weird and wild. And using, those theories and those concepts as a way to center our experiences as queer folk, rather than what society is doing, is alienating us and ostracizing us. We wanted to show that we are much more integrated into the fabric of our universe than what society is currently telling us. So that really is like the pillar and the basis of what Queer Quest was. And it was beautiful. It was awesome to see people from different career backgrounds use quantum physics as a shared language to understand their role in this world of being a physicist or a STEM professional or a mental health therapist, and seeing those like crosstalks and the shared language kind of remove these barriers was, I don't know, it was just beautiful.
I mean, speaking of us talking our whole lives, this became a brainchild in like 2020, really, at the height of 2020, when everything was going down in our society, and we were like going on long walks, having these like long talks about inclusion, what it actually means to be a scientist, a Black female scientist, in that cultural moment. And everything we were seeing, recognizing, talking about, I was bringing the mental health angle. She was bringing mental health struggles without like that official language around it.
And the systemic inequities, right? Like I really had like a come to Jesus moment and recognized that a lot of the barriers that I hit wasn't because of me. It was because the systems were built to exclude people that look like me. So having these system structures, conversations with the mental health aspect, and then that cultural moment of 2020, I mean, our conversations were really focused on that and grew into Queer Quest. And it was really awesome to see those conversations outside of here and happen in community across like the people that we care about and the communities that we belong to. So,
and that's really all we wanted, was like, science people can hang out with mental health people, and mental health people are actually really, we found out, really interested in science. Like so many of us in the mental health field, I think, I shouldn't speak for all of us. I will speak for myself when I say that I was really into science as a kid. And then, I mean, there are systems in order to shift girls out of science. And I definitely think that's what happened to me. I mean, I loved science growing up, and then I was just like, this isn't for me. And so like our relationship has been so much talking about science, the universe, queerness, mental health. And so all we wanted to do was share in that love, like with our community. Like, we can have access to all of it if we want. There's no reason we shouldn't. And to see it come to life, like Jess said, it was crazy.
Yeah, it was definitely a labor of love, and I think we'll get into that, but it was totally like 1,000% worth it to see a space that was intentionally created for queer BIPOC folk to like nerd out, to feel safe, to build community and to nourish in like so many ways. Because when I tell you the food that we had was amazing, like every piece that we curated and created. Yeah, Christian Lopez, fire chef that really made it feel like we were sitting at home at a table as a family eating together. So the food was good. The food was good.
Yeah. I mean, it was never gonna.
Let's be clear. The food is important, okay? let us not gather people and not have good food. That is the beginning and the end of any survey response. The food was terrible. Okay, we got to have good food, and that's like the blackest, brownest thing we can do is have good food at a conference, a gathering. And when I talked with y'all last, one thing I really, really appreciated about what y'all were doing was bringing Black and brown folks together who are in STEM. There are so many Black and brown folks who are in science and math and who are doing the scientist, mathematician things out here in the world and lack so much community in the work that they do. And they show up in so many different business models. It's not just like scientists in a lab with a white coat. Like these folks are in so many different industries. And then combining M's work with mental health and therapy into this conversation around just like how we're taking care of ourselves and how are we being in community and dealing with this, the world that feels like it's on fire every single day in you all's particular fields. I just thought it was just really beautiful. It reminds me of what we do in podcasting. It's so niche and so specific that you actually get to dig in with your people very intentionally. And I think that doesn't happen enough. And so one thing I thought was also pretty dope was that y'all had so many speakers. Y'all pulled Dr. Raquel Martin. Y'all had like mad keynotes, okay? And it was your first year, but it didn't look like a first year type of situation. Y'all took on a lot.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
How did that work out?
I'm definitely a visionary when it comes to experience. I mean,
and we love her for that.
Yeah.
We love her for that.
I cannot just have people over at the house. It needs to be an experience when they come over, like a theme, a color, a palette, food around the theme. So obviously this wasn't any different. But yeah, it took a lot out of us.
Yeah, I mean, it was a space that, like we said, we've been talking about and thinking about since 2020. And it was something that I think both of us wanted when we were in school. Like we would have loved to have, even as early career people, we would have loved to have this experience. And so it really was like, we're going to create this thing that we always wanted. But I think in the process of creating Queer Quest and creating the space for rest, we really depleted ourselves.
Yeah.
And it was hard. Yeah. It was hard on the other side of Queer Quest.
How long did it take you to recover? How long did it take before you felt like yourselves again?
May 1st?
May 4th. 7:22 p.m.
Yeah.
Heard. No, it takes so much. There are creators and there are consumers. Yes. And so when you decide to create, typically, only creators are going to really understand what it means to really put your all into something, like your heart into something. You go to bed thinking about it, you wake up thinking about it. And then when it's over, you have this dopamine rush when it's happening, because it's happening and you can see it, you can touch it, you can feel all the feelings and what you're creating. I'm sure it was beautiful. We can talk more about that. And then when it's over, child, your body knows it, okay? And you're just like,
yeah.
And then you're like, wait, I'm supposed to go back to work, or what am I supposed to be doing right now? And you find that like you can't get back to yourself for a while.
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely felt very similar feelings of depletion that I felt once I finished my dissertation and got my PhD.
Wow.
And again, I thought I was the only person that fell into a depressive episode after my PhD. And I was like, what's wrong with me? This should be like one of the biggest accomplishments of my life, of my career type thing. And all I feel is just depleted and exhausted. And after speaking vulnerably about that, I found out that there's a lot of Black women specifically that go through depression after PhD. So it was the same type of like, you're working so hard for a goal that's so important to you that you neglect caring for yourself in that moment. And that's what happened with us. We were so focused on making sure that we were creating a space, an intentional space of luxury, of rest, of playfulness, of community, that we just neglected every aspect of ourselves personally, like individually, and also like as a couple, as partners. So it was definitely a hard lesson learned.
I mean, and when we look back, and even when we were in it, there were so many moments. I don't know if this has happened when we came on the show last time, but like we were recognized by UNESCO for the International Year of Quantum. We were news. We were a queer Arlen Hamilton, queer Black woman, venture capitalist, author, had like signed off on our event. We were having so many wins, like huge wins. Jolie of Center on Halstead helped us so much. And so like from the outside, it was like, we are getting
success.
So much success. And I take none of that for granted. Like as a small town queer, I could have never dreamed up this life. So I'm careful not to take any of it for granted, but it had a shadow side. And after the event, you know, we also found out difficult family news. A family member had been diagnosed with an aggressive cancer. We lost our pet of 16 years who passed away.
I'm so sorry.
I just remember there was one night we were sitting on the couch and I had just gotten off of my regular job.
Because also we have full-time jobs.
Right.
I got bills somehow. I had gotten off work and I had come downstairs and we were eating, and I just remember like I just burst into tears. And I was like, I really think I'm burned out. And I'm trying not to get emotional, but it took such a toll. And that was the first time I had said that. And I just remember I couldn't stop crying. And it was just pure exhaustion and like, what have I done to myself for this? And it was a couple of days after that, it is not lost on me that I then threw my back out and I could not walk. I literally could not walk. I was laid up in bed, screaming in pain. And it was like, okay, you're out here talking a big game about rest, about caring for yourself, and like, look at you. And we have a wonderful community of support too. I mean, that's important. But to put everything into something for a whole year and be talking about the rest, the care, the liberation, and then for this to happen on the other side.
I think it's important to, just bring voice to both, to how amazing that event was, how cup filling it was for the attendees, and how depleting it was for the creators and the founders.
And
in that vein, I think we always often hear like creators say, oh, I saw a need, so I filled it, right? Like, oh, this was so, I needed to do it because nobody else was doing it. And at the same time, like there's a really high cost to doing something nobody has done.
Yes.
You know that. How long have you been doing this? Hello?
Hello. And you know, I tell people all the time, it's a roller coaster ride. And the higher that roller coaster ride gets is as low as you can fall to.
Ooh.
And that's what I'm hearing, and that's what I have absolutely experienced. And trying to find level ground in your life doing this work is so hard. But when you find it, you know, I really try my best to hold on to it. So it's so funny when good things happen, you know, I am excited. It is a good thing. And I've gotten to the place where I don't get too excited. I don't allow myself to let that moment take over everything else. Because when that happens, I have found that you can have everything, but you can't have it all at once. And every time something amazing has happened in my life, there has also been on the other side of it something just out the blue, random, terrible is happening in my life at the same exact time. And so where I want to be so excited and in present for this amazing thing, I am also been very clear on this other side, there is something ridiculously awful. And I am doing a Rolodex right now of all the times that this has happened, and I am not over or under exaggerating. Like literally, I got nominated for an Ambie and this happened. I got, you know, I signed a deal and then this happened. And it's almost like the Christians, okay, they would call it a test. They would call it the devil. But in reality, I think it's just life, this like balance of what life really is. You can have the good and there will be bad. And it's about how we move through it. It's about how we deal with it. And we have to, you got to learn what it feels like. Unfortunately, me and God be having talks about this all the time. I don't need the lesson. Can we just get past the lesson? But you got to know what it feels like so you don't put yourself in that position again to feel that way. You learn what it means to take care of yourself during the process, you know, so that you don't get so on E that it takes so much to just get to have. And you know, and to feel what it feels to be full again. You know, I hear you all so hard on this. Yeah.
No, I mean, it was so you're like putting words to that emotional roller coaster that we went through. In the planning, like not even the after the event, but like getting to the event. There were big wins and then there were huge losses. And you don't see that like as an attendee, as a person experiencing the event.
And you shouldn't.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Top tier.
Yeah, that's on us to hold. You know, that's on the creators to bear. Yeah.
Totally. But I think after we talked about it, right? Like after like highs and lows, I was telling Em, like, I feel tired just from the ups and the downs that we're going through. Like, I think I mean, I'm not the therapist, so I didn't have the language, but it was like, I feel like I'm overstimulated, like I'm not regulated. So when you're talking about like lifing and the highs and the lows and still kind of staying at baseline, because if you let your emotions go all the way up here, like when the low hits, that's a hard fall. But then I think on the flip side of that, one of the things that we started not ignoring, but just brushing past was the wins, right? It was so like we just need to get to the next thing. There isn't enough time for joy. There isn't enough time for celebration. There isn't enough time to stop and breathe and see where I mean, like UNESCO, International Year of Quantum, that's freaking wild. Having just emails and normal conversations with Arlen Hamilton, like what? Like these are wild things.
They're like true pinch me moments, and it was really hard to see in those moments. I think Yeah, it just became like tunnel vision. We have to do it. We have to do it. And then I think also the pressure and the fear of letting people down who have backed you, right? Like, do I want to let Arlen Hamilton down? Do I want to let Jolie Robinson down? Like, the reality is they are probably not thinking about this.
No, they aren't thinking about that in that way at all. Matter of fact,
Who do you?
if you start something and you finish it for them, that would be enough. But that's not the standard you set for yourself, because Dr. Jess already said, okay, it's gonna be extra. Okay, we're gonna have an experience. Okay, and so the experience we will have. Yo, we got a friend up in here tonight. Rojo, what's happening, Rojo? Another Black woman in STEM, okay, in white coats, out here doing her thing. Burnout and depression post dissertation and graduation is real, especially with the recognition of ignoring self and then the weight of the accomplishment, applying pressure for what's next.
Yep.
Thanks for speaking on it. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even remember celebrating my dissertation. It was like, I need to get a postdoc. I don't have my next whatever secured. It was just really
go.
And I haven't stopped since, which, is a problem for me.
We're working on it. I'm trying to get our next event to be a celebrate everything event. So Oyanova is going to have some kind of party where we just invite everyone, and it's like, did you survive the year? Great. Let's come celebrate that. Did you pay your bills? Great. Did you get a new job?
File your taxes. Come on now. Let's just talk about the basics. Okay. At this point, success is in the basic things. Did you do that? Did you wake up today? Did you move? Okay. Did you eat breakfast? Did you stretch? I mean, for me in this moment, with everything going on in the world, success is in the basic things being done. And it's so hard for people who overachieve. Okay. Overachievers have pride. Okay. It's hard to just settle. We don't do settling well. There are expectations to meet. There are goals to meet. We know perfection doesn't exist, but child, we're gonna strive for it. Okay. And this is a Virgo. Okay. I feel this more than y'all know. And so I'm so glad y'all wanted to come on and talk about it, because I think it's such a real conversation. Where so many of us who are creators, who are putting things on, and how it feels in the midst of it all. So tell me this, as you all plan for the next one, I'm assuming, is there a Queer Quest 2026 or?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
It's gonna look like, but it's happening.
It's happening. All right. Well, y'all know y'all always welcome to come on here and tell us all about it. Help you get the word out, because I do believe in what you're doing. We need more spaces for our Black folks and brown folks in STEM. And what are y'all going to do differently this time so that the burnout isn't as real for you once the event is over?
I think for me, level setting my expectation, right? And that's something that I learned from Arlen, actually, in our last meeting with her, was that the folks that are showing up don't know what you had envisioned in your head. So the failures that you think are happening, they don't know are failures. So that's like my first thing, is just like level set my expectations. And then for the both of us, it's building in the rest and the care for us as founders. And not have that be like an afterthought. Mind you, I don't know what that actually looks like.
That's not true. That's not true, because we give ourselves grace and space, despite like all the pressure we felt after. People were like, where's the videos? Where's the images? Where's the stuff? Where's the promo? And it's like, I don't know. I can't even walk right now at this bed. I don't know.
That is so real. That is so real. Right. There's the pre-event, there's the actual event, and then there's the post-event things, right? And the post-event things, child, sometimes you don't even got the energy for the post-event things. And so when you do something more than once, twice, I've been doing a purple tie for a little while. Some of these things just can become templates for yourself, so that you're doing the post-event things while you're doing the pre-event things, right? So that when you get to that point, you're exhausted. Okay, the email's already written, it's already scheduled. You might even forget about it. You might sleep through it. But you could do some things to prepare yourself for what will be just exhaustion. And there's a level of just exhaustion that happens. But it's sort of like working out. Like you build these muscles and eventually the recovery is a little shorter. The work is still the work, but it feels a little lighter. Especially when you know that what you're doing is good and the people who show up is going to be good, right? And I think that speaks to Dr. Jess, what you're saying about the expectations that we set for it. And because I'm imagining everybody had an amazing time.
I mean, people did not believe this was the first time we had thrown an event like this.
People are already saying, how do I get CEUs, continuing education credits for this? And can you take it on the road? We're like, hold up.
I'm not taking this show nowhere.
Oh, we're going on tour. There's a Queer Quest Atlanta. You said there's a Queer Quest New York. They said, I want this Queer Quest in Kansas type of thing.
Yeah, we're not ready for that.
I'm happy to receive that when I'm ready. This is not the year for that.
That's when Queer Quest becomes a full-time job. Okay, that's when UNESCO becomes a platinum sponsor.
There you go.
Come on.
I received that.
Thumbs up.
Yo, thumbs up. Yes.
I think we really learned, that it was needed. We had a rest and regulation lounge that had biofeedback tools, so incorporating science and mental health. And the way some of our attendees were asleep in the rest and regulation lounge, it's like, that's the type of stuff that we really wanted to create. Like, come learn, come listen to the speakers, but also like feel safe enough, feel held enough that you can go just chill, like totally relax. And that was a huge win for me. Like creating enough of a safe space that someone feels like they can go to sleep
in this climate,
in this situation. Was like, okay.
Yeah.
But now we have shifted our focus a little bit to like, okay, we also have to have a little bit of that on the road to Queer Quest.
And then for me, so in the same space, the Rest and Regulation Lounge, people coming up to us and saying, I was able to bring my heart rate down from this to this using this biofeedback tool, and how they could see how meditation and rest really does affect your body. The data scientist, the scientist to me was like, yeah, that's fire. That's cool. So it was just so much.
We learned we need that on the road there and for ourselves before and after, during and after. And also, I think wanting to pour more into people in like more leadership roles, the people who are the creators who are creating, we also want to come to these events too. So not sure what that looks like, but it feels like an important lesson.
Yeah. And I think a lot of the feedback that we also got was that the community that was created there was so important. They wanted more of it. And also how the attendees could tap in to more like substantial roles. How could they volunteer? How could they give their care and expertise and
resources
to this community? So I think that was important for me to see, because one of the things I'm really bad about is asking for help. And I think one of the reasons why it was such a heavy lift was because we wanted to create this space for people to be able to rest and regulate and relax. But we didn't actually see that those same people also wanted to connect and share their resources. And I think that was just so impactful to hear back. Like
sometimes it's easy for us to forget that other people also want to be of service.
Yeah.
Right. Like that most people also find relaxation in giving back. right? And sharing their expertise, even if they are there to take in the rest and relaxation and like the community. It's easy for us to forget that because we're trying to be of service all
Yeah.
at the same time.
Mhm.
All right, family. I know y'all want to know more. I know you do. But don't worry, because when the plans come together for 2026, they're gonna be back, okay? But in the mean between, we got a URL scrolling across the bottom here, okay? Where you can go visit their website and learn more about them and learn more about their work. Um, do y'all want to say anything else about Oya Nova and that work in particular?
We have, okay, I'm gonna geek out. We
Whoa.
have this new quantum identity quiz that we
Okay.
just unveiled on our website. It should be one of the first pop-ups that comes out when you go to our website. And the way that I'm so excited about it.
We are
You don't say. I
blending-
thought you were about to jump off the couch.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, I was able to create this using particles that are, you know, the building blocks of our universe, and use the like interesting characteristics of those particles, and create a particle quiz that aligns with like what are your skill sets, what are your things that you need to work on.
think BuzzFeed personality quiz, but cooler.
Meets quantum physics.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
quantum
so
physics.
you're gonna find out what particle you are. So you're gonna learn some science,
Yeah.
as
Okay.
always.
Okay.
And then what's gonna happen after that is you're gonna get some like tips and tricks from the mental health side of how to care for yourself and how to learn more about who you are and your identity.
Yeah. So like an example,
Okay.
light is created by photons, which is a foundational building block of our universe. And we aligned the characteristic of a photon with somebody who shines really bright and is always there to, you know, cast away the darkness in your friend group. But sometimes they shine too bright and they're not looking inwards and focusing on themselves, right? So really kind of showing the coolness of science, but also the ways in which you can take care of yourself as well. So
Wow.
I'm really excited about that.
And y'all like two Care Bears, you know, like the Care Bear stare, and like you bring your powers together, and then like, yeah, like I feel like this quiz is that. It feels like the marriage of both of you all's like superpowers.
And that's what Oya Nova is.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
y'all's combination of superpowers.
Yeah.
I love it. Family, y'all see the website down here. Go visit, go take it. Tell me about what's the name of the quiz again?
Quantum identity quiz.
Your quantum identity quiz. Okay, find out what particle is that what we said?
Mhm.
Find out what particle you are. Okay, I ain't heard the word proton and I don't know how long. Okay, come on, science.
You better go take the quiz so we can know what particle you are.
I want to know now. I do want to know what particle I am. So that's so hilarious. Find out what particle you are, family. Tap back in. I think this is so brilliant. I'm so glad y'all do the work y'all do. I'm glad you're so open and transparent about all of the process, not just the good and amazing parts, yes, but all of the process. I think that's important for us to be the best humans we can be out here. And y'all keep creating, yeah, and keep loving on each other. 16 years, 9 years married. Y'all better get it and can still talk to each other all night. Y'all just relationship goals all day right here. Dr. Jess and M, thanks so much for coming
Thanks
on.
for having us.
Of course. Family, y'all know the deal. Check the link, okay? It's been scrolling. Yes, go visit. Take a quiz. Find out what particle you are, all right? And then when we get information about Queer Quest 2026, yes, we're going to share that. Y'all going to come back, right?
Yes.
We'll be back.
Okay.
The problem is I think we could talk to you for a very long time.
Yeah.
So
I don't mind. That's what I'm here for. That's what we're doing here. Okay. That's what we're doing. But Dr. Jess and Em are going to come back. They're going to tell us about Queer Quest 2026 so y'all can tap in and so that y'all can bring y'all people. Okay. I know y'all know somebody in y'all life Black, brown, who's into STEM, mathematics, and science. Yes. You may know one person, and that one person needs to find this community. So thank y'all so much for what y'all are doing.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for what you're doing. 17 years? How long has it been?
Yeah, I don't know. Stop using numbers like that, Em. I ain't got to, I don't have a therapy session lined up. I don't know.
You can find me at oyanovahealing.com.
I don't know how long it's been. Started the station in 09. What is that? Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Spot on. Yeah. All right. Therapy session loading. Oyanova.com. We'll find M after this. I appreciate y'all. We'll talk to y'all soon.
All right. We appreciate you. Bye.
Bye. Family, that's what we do here. We have a good time. We have a good time with our people. I'm always happy. Oh, y'all are back. Let me take y'all out. Sorry, y'all. I'm not hitting all types of buttons over here. Family, this is what we're doing on Monday nights. Yes, at 7 o'clock Chicago time. We're doing on Thursday afternoons at 12 o'clock Chicago time. We're talking with queers. We're talking to the best among us. We're reporting on the news, politics, culture, and entertainment, and bringing it from the podcast to your video screens, because I was told this is what we got to do these days. Okay. And so I'm happy to be here. If you are a queer artist and you want to get your songs out here, if you have a queer organization and you want to get the word out, if you've got something good coming on, okay, and you identify as one of the alphabets, yes, reach out. Hit us up. I would love to have you on one of our YouTube lives to help spread and amplify the work that you're doing out here in the world. And if you missed it at the top of the show, keep tapping in, because our Pride coverage is going to be insane. I've been putting together a list of lesbian-owned businesses in the Chicagoland area. We are up to 74. I had no idea. And we are not done yet, because I saw more comments coming in today. And I am so excited about being able to amplify these lesbian-owned businesses here in Chicago and the surrounding suburbs. Child, people have asked me, are these just brick and mortar? Absolutely not. Why would I do that? We're talking brick and mortar. We're talking service-based businesses. And I'm happy to add in our nonprofits as well. Okay, we're going to have y'all, going to give y'all a designation so folks know it's a 501c3, but child, those are still businesses. Okay, so we want to amplify and uplift all of you all. It's going to be behind our newsletter landing page, because we need y'all to subscribe to our newsletter so y'all can stay in touch. Okay, it's going to be free. This ain't no charge, but there is labor involved. Yes. And so we're going to do a little trade off. Y'all subscribe to the newsletter. You can get access to the database, and it's going to be just that simple. So stay close to E3 Radio, our YouTube channel. Yes, of course, but also our Instagram page. Okay. Because we're going to do the coverage there. And I'm still brainstorming all the other places we can put it, because I think more people are going to want to tap into this information than I originally expected, which is a good thing, right? We feel a need, and then the magic happens. So that's what Dr. Jess and M have done, and that's what we're going to keep doing here on E3 Radio, your number one stop for queer news done right. Till Thursday. Peace.